Hey Internet, welcome to Thermodynamics tutorial. This is a made-up question not found in your textbooks. We want to find the specific volume using the ideal gas law and the generalized compressibility. The pressure is 10 MPa, the temperature is 150 Kelvin. The experimental specific volume is 0.002388 meters cubed per kilogram. Find the error rate for A and B. Step 1, draw your free body diagram, your FBD. This will help you visualize the problem. Step 2, list all the given variables, find the unknowns. We don't need to find the specific volume for the table because they actually give it to us. Okay, step 3, find the specific volume for ideal gas formula. So V is equal to RT divided by P. We are missing R. So step 4, find the gas constant for nitrogen, which is 0.2968 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Step 5, find the specific volume for ideal gas. Convert your pressure from MPa to kPa. You need to do this because kilojoules is actually kPa meters cubed. So it becomes 10,000 kPa. We now just plug and play. Our ideal specific volume is 0.004452 meters cubed per kilogram. Step 6, find the specific volume using compressibility formula. So V compressibility is equal to Z multiplied by ideal specific volume. So we found that in the previous step. The Z factor is what we're going to find next. Step 7, find the Z factor. We need the reduced pressure and reduced temperature. These are ratios because the units cancel out. And then we're going to use the chart. So we're going to use the open source version because of copyright. Step 8, find the reduced pressure formula. So P reduced is equal to the pressure given divided by the critical pressure. Step 9, find the critical pressure. This is found in the same table as your gas constant. So it's 3.39 MPa. Step 10, find the reduced pressure. We plug and play. So 10 divided by 3.39, we'll get 2.9498. Step 11, find the reduced temperature formula. So it's the given temperature divided by the critical temperature. Step 12, find the critical temperature. It's in the same table as the gas constant. So when I refer to the table as a gas constant, if you got the actual textbook or PDF, it's at the back of your textbook. Otherwise, you can Google it. So you can just Google critical temperature of nitrogen and you'll find this value. Okay, step 13, find the reduced temperature. So 150 Kelvin given in the question divided by T critical, 126.2 Kelvin. You'll get 1.1885. Step 14, find the Z. So now we plug it into our open source chart. And as you can see, it's 0.4743. Let me just open up the Python chart. As you can see, I plugged in the values of reduce temperature, reduce pressure, and how this chart works is you line up the reduced temperature, so the temperature ratio, and then the reduced pressure, you go straight up. So follow the curve, and when they intersect the orange line, we now move to the left for the Z factor, the compressibility factor. Okay, and it will give you 0.47. You sort of need to eyeball it and estimate. The Python just gives you the readout. Okay, step 15, find the specific volume using compressibility. So now we just multiply Z by the ideal specific volume. So we get 0.002111 meters cubed per kilogram. Step 16, find the error formula. So it's the method minus the table divided by the table, and they're all specific volumes, multiplied by 100%, and your calculator is just 100. Step 17, find the error rate for the specific volume of ideal gas. So here is the ideal specific volume, and here is the given experimental volume. So we plug and play, we'll get 86.4% error rate for the ideal gas method of specific volume. Step 18. So we do the same for the compressibility. We just plug and play. We'll get 11.59% for the error rate. Disclaimers: the method is correct, however, I do make calculation mistakes. I encourage you to solve it yourself and see if you get the same answer. Now, before we leave, I highly encourage you to save this video onto your PC, just in case this video or channel gets taken down. While I follow all copyright laws, sometimes things happen. You can do this by using snipping tool. If you never used snipping tool before, follow these instructions. If you're on a Mac, use the Mac equivalent of snipping tool. Click on the icon in your taskbar. If it's not there, go to your Windows search, type in snipping tool, open up the program. Click on video option, click on new. Left click and drag the rectangle to cover the YouTube screen. This is just an example. Hit the start button. In snipping tool, wait for the countdown, hit the replay button on YouTube, let the video finish, hit the red square in snipping tool to stop recording, and then save your video. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe, because this is a made up question, so they probably won't be able to find it. If you got questions, comments, or if you find a mistake in the video, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to support me, become a member or drop a super thanks. Until next time, see ya.